So the last thing I want to talk about is when you wake up and you don't have an appetite, and that survival state is actually blunting hunger cues. So when melatonin, which is also a hormone, and leptin, which is also a hormone, don't clear in the morning. So these are your nighttime programs. So when those nighttime programs don't come down in the morning to allow cortisol, your daytime programs, to dim up, to say, okay, it's daytime, like it's time for us to wake up, you likely will not have an appetite. You will have slower digestion. You will have low body temperature. You will have more insulin and glucose resistance. And this is where not having an appetite in the morning is not a flex. It's giving you information about your metabolic function. And when you start having an appetite in the morning, I can guarantee you that your metabolism is working better, and you're going to have you're going to have better mood, you're going to have better energy, and if your goal is to release weight or body fat, you're going to have a much easier time doing it. Okay? So, what can you start doing this week? Number 1, eat protein within 30-ish minutes of waking. Ideally, it's about 30 grams. If you don't have an appetite, start small. Start by having a half a cup of cottage cheese. Start by having some bone broth. Start by having just protein, powder, and water. And then that will buy you a little bit of time. And then 60-ish, 30 to 60 minutes later, then have breakfast, have a dense breakfast, 30 grams of protein. Make sure you're spacing your meals out. So ideally, you are eating enough in a meal that you're able to go 4-ish hours before you need to eat again. So, even like between my breakfast and lunch, there's usually 4 to 5 hours based on my schedule. So I need to make sure that I'm eating enough in the morning so that I'm not getting hangry before I'm able to eat lunch based on my schedule. And so hangry, if you don't know what that is, it's hungry and angry at the same time. And that is very near and dear to me because I used to experience that a lot. Okay. The next thing is a post-meal walk. So ideally, if you can walk for 5 to 10 minutes after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that is going to do so much for your blood sugar, so much for your mood, especially if you're getting outside and getting natural light, and so much for your nervous system. That is like a huge thing. Now, this isn't about perfection. I don't always get out after every single meal, or maybe not necessarily right after a meal, but can you focus on getting out, start with one meal and then add on? And really, when you can, really focus on that. And then the last thing is a pause in the day to breathe, to stretch, to laugh, to do something that brings you joy, to, get off of that roller coaster, because like I shared, those things are going to have a massive impact on your blood sugar. And if you've heard everything that I have said for the last 30 minutes and you're thinking, okay, this sounds like me, but I'm not completely sure, I want to make this really simple for you. And I have created a hormone harmony quiz that helps you identify which pattern your body is primarily running right now, whether it is blood sugar instability, stress load, sleep disruption, or metabolic signaling. So it takes just a few minutes and it gives you personalized clarity. So you can find the link below, because understanding this pattern, you have to have awareness first before you can actually change something. So I hope this shifted how you see your energy. Make sure that you are subscribed here by hitting that bell icon if you are on YouTube. And then if you're on your favorite podcast platform, subscribe to the show so that we can keep connecting these patterns throughout the month, because I've got a lot more great content coming from you.